Have you ever wondered why some age-old traditions suggest avoiding certain clothes, birthday celebrations, and places as we grow older? In this video, we'll dive deep into the timeless wisdom that has guided seniors for generations. From choosing the right attire to rethinking how we celebrate milestones and ensuring our outings are safe and joyful, you'll discover valuable insights that can enhance your golden years. Stay with us until the end to learn practical tips that can bring more comfort, dignity, and peace into your daily life. Don't miss out on transforming your later years into a truly fulfilling and serene journey. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. The art of dressing in your golden years, wisdom for the well-attired elder. As we move through the rich tapestry of our golden years, the way we present ourselves begins to hold a profound and deeply personal significance. It's no longer just about clothing, it's about how we choose to show up in the world. The image we project to ourselves and others, and the quiet dignity we carry. Our ancestors, with their wisdom gathered through decades of experience, understood this deeply, and they taught us that the way we dress is a reflection of who we are inside. And they urged us to find a harmonious balance, neither too flashy nor too careless. Their advice is as valuable now as ever, especially for those of us who have reached the beautiful age of 70 and beyond. In a world overwhelmed with endless fashion choices, it's easy to feel lost, but there's power in simplicity and purpose. Dressing well at this stage in life is not just about personal pride, though. That's important. It's a gift we offer to those around us. When we take the time to put on something that makes us feel polished, it's a reflection of the respect we have for ourselves and the people we encounter. It's a quiet but meaningful statement. I matter, and so do you. I cannot stress enough how dressing with care can uplift our spirits, boost our confidence, and serve as a reminder of our inner strength. Every button fastened, every fabric chosen can be an act of self-love, a way to embrace the wisdom of the years we've lived. And it doesn't have to be complicated. Let's honor ourselves with clothing that is comfortable yet elegant, simple yet refined. With that in mind, I'd love to share 3 essential rules for dressing that not only enhance our appearance, but nurture our sense of dignity and joy each day. These are principles I found to be truly transformative in my own life, and I hope they resonate with you too. If you feel connected to this message, please give it a like and share your thoughts in the comments. Your engagement means the world and shapes the content we continue to explore together. If this isn't quite what you were expecting, a like and a 7 will still be much appreciated. Together, we're creating a conversation around aging with grace and beauty, and I'm honored to be part of it with you. Rule 1, prioritize quality and comfort. It's so easy to be swayed by the allure of a bargain, isn't it? How many times have we been tempted by a flashy discount, only to discover later that the deal wasn't as sweet as it seemed? There's nothing worse than slipping into a shirt that feels like sandpaper against your skin. Shirt that traps heat, irritates your body, and leaves you feeling uncomfortable for hours. And don't even get me started on those dreaded moments when seams split or buttons pop off unexpectedly in public. It's moments like these that remind us that in life, you truly get what you pay for. In our golden years, we've earned the right to feel comfortable, dignified, and at ease in our clothing. After all, we've spent decades caring for others and handling life's challenges. Shouldn't we now treat ourselves with the respect we deserve? That starts with choosing garments that are not only beautiful, but practical ones made of soft, breathable fabrics that move with us, not against us. Something is empowering about wearing clothes that fit well, feel luxurious, and stand the test of time. Sure, they might cost a little more initially, but the peace of mind they offer is invaluable. Plus, let's be honest, who wants to deal with skin irritations or the embarrassment of wardrobe malfunction in the middle of an important outing? If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment one below to let me know that you are still here with me. There's nothing more empowering than knowing you look and feel good from the inside out. Have you ever experienced the frustration of a clothing mishap that made you rethink how you shop for clothes? Maybe it was that one time your pants tore while you were out with friends, or when your blouse chafed so badly that it left a mark on your skin. Whatever the case, I'm sure it taught you the importance of investing in quality over quantity. Share your story in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you've come to value comfort and quality in your wardrobe. After all, these are lessons best shared so that we can all learn and grow together. Rule 2. Embrace elegant simplicity. There's something incredibly powerful about dressing with simplicity, especially as we grow older and more in tune with who we are. While it's wonderful to dress up for special occasions, those moments when we sparkle at a family gathering or enjoy a night out at the theater, our daily attire doesn't have to shout for attention. There's a quiet beauty in keeping things understated, in letting our clothes reflect the wisdom and grace we've earned over the years. Do we need to chase after fleeting fashion trends designed for the young? The truth is, those trends may be eye-catching, but they're often impractical and uncomfortable for us. Garments that reveal too much or rely on the latest craze can feel awkward on a body that's lived through decades of experiences and ages. Now think of the times you've tried on a piece of clothing that looked charming on your granddaughter but left you feeling out of place. Fashion is meant to enhance, not distract, and the key to feeling truly elegant lies in simplicity. Classic styles, ones that have stood the test of time, offer a sense of inner calm and refinement that no trend can replicate. Simplicity doesn't mean sacrificing style. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's about embracing pieces that make us feel dignified, comfortable, and confident clothes that flow with us instead of against us. And the beauty of these timeless choices, they don't require constant spending on the latest fads. Investing in a well-made, simple wardrobe not only saves money, but also allows us to express ourselves in a way that feels authentic. It's a reflection of our inner poise and good taste. I'm curious, what's your favorite go-to outfit that makes you feel both comfortable and elegant? Whether it's a soft cashmere sweater, a perfectly tailored pair of slacks, or a simple but stunning dress, share your style tips in the comments. Your wisdom could inspire someone else to find that perfect balance between comfort and grace. After all, the beauty of aging lies in knowing that we don't need to impress anyone. We simply need to be ourselves, beautifully and authentically. Rule 3. Cleanliness is next to godliness. There's an undeniable truth that transcends time and fashion trends. No matter how luxurious or expensive your clothing may be, nothing beats the look and feel of a clean, well-maintained garment. It doesn't matter if you're wearing a designer piece or something more affordable. If it's stained, wrinkled, or looks neglected, it loses its charm immediately. And let's face it, we've all witnessed that moment of disappointment when someone steps out in an otherwise beautiful outfit, only for the effect to be spoiled by a stray stain or messy appearance. But keeping our clothes clean and tidy goes beyond just aesthetics. It's a reflection of our self-respect, a way to care for ourselves and present our best selves to the world. And as we move through our golden years, this simple act of cleanliness can have an even greater impact. Picture this: an elderly person, neatly dressed, stepping out with a sense of quiet dignity. Whether they're interacting with family or meeting new people, their presence commands respect. Not because of what they're wearing, but because of how well they maintained it. It's a powerful statement of self-care and mindfulness. On the flip side, neglecting our clothing can send a message we never intended. Wrinkled or stained clothes, or worse, garments that give off unpleasant odors, can push others away even if we don't realize it. It's not about vanity or trying to impress anyone. It's simply about hygiene, respect, and the quiet grace that comes from presenting ourselves well. There's something beautiful in knowing that, regardless of the brand or price, the effort we put into caring for our appearance can uplift not only our spirits, but also those around us. What's your secret to keeping your clothes looking fresh and tidy, even after years of wear? Do you have a tried and true method for keeping wrinkles at bay, or a favorite laundry tip that you swear by? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your advice could be the game changer someone else needs to maintain their wardrobe with ease and care. After all, cleanliness isn't just next to godliness. It's a gift we give to ourselves and those we encounter each day. The deeper meaning of dressing well. Did you know that in ancient Chinese culture, the character for fortune, Fu, beautifully intertwines the symbols for clothing and rice? This symbolic connection speaks volumes about how our ancestors viewed the foundation of a happy life being well-fed and well-clothed. It's not just about physical comfort, it's about living with intention, respect, and a deep sense of contentment. By embracing these timeless principles of dressing, we're doing more than simply choosing outfits. We're honoring a philosophy of life that has been passed down through generations. Think about it. When we dress well, we're making a choice that goes beyond fabric and fashion. We're selecting comfort, dignity, and respect not only for ourselves, but also for the world around us. Each day, when we open our closets, we're allowed to make a statement about who we are, how we value ourselves, and how we wish to be perceived. Isn't that an incredibly empowering way to start the day? By thoughtfully choosing what we wear, we project a sense of self-worth and send a silent message to the world that says, I am here, I care, and I value myself. There's a quiet strength in this daily ritual, a way to center ourselves and take control of how we navigate the world, no matter our age. In our golden years, this meaning deepens. We no longer dress to follow trends or to impress, but to express ourselves, to express our comfort in our skin, the wisdom we've gathered, and the quiet confidence that comes from living a life filled with experiences. How has your approach to dressing evolved as you've gotten older? Have you discovered new values or insights about clothing that you didn't realize when you were younger? The most valuable lessons are often the ones we love and feel deeply. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your wisdom in the comments below. It's through these conversations that we not only learn from each other, but also remind ourselves that dressing well is far more than a superficial act. It's a reflection of how we honor and care for our lives and those we encounter. Isn't that a beautiful way to start each day? Rethinking birthday celebrations in our golden years. As we move through the rich and reflective season of life, often referred to as life's autumn, the way we approach milestones like birthdays begins to shift. In our earlier years, birthdays were filled with excitement, balloons, and cake. But now, the meaning of these celebrations can take on a deeper, more thoughtful tone. While many families still hold onto the tradition of grand birthday parties, with all the trimmings of gifts and gatherings, it's worth asking ourselves if these elaborate celebrations still carry the same weight in our golden years. Some elders look forward to these gatherings, eager to be surrounded by loved ones, basking in the joy of togetherness. For others, though, these events can feel overwhelming or unnecessary, almost as though the focus has shifted away from the quiet, meaningful reflection that comes with age. Instead of extravagant parties, perhaps there's room to consider whether a more intimate, reflective celebration might better honor where we are in life. Maybe what we need isn't the fanfare, but the quiet moments spent with a few close family members, or the space to look back on our lives with gratitude and grace. In a world that moves so quickly, where bigger often seems better, we're thinking how we celebrate could be a profound act of self-care. After all, birthdays in our later years aren't just markers of another year gone by. They're an opportunity to cherish the wisdom we've gained, the relationships we've nurtured, and the experiences that have shaped us. Shouldn't these moments be honored in a way that feels genuine and meaningful to us, even if that means stepping away from the traditional idea of a birthday party? What do you think? Has your perspective on birthday celebrations changed as you've grown older? Do you still enjoy the grand parties, or have you found more comfort in quieter, more personal gatherings? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could spark a beautiful conversation about how we can all celebrate life's milestones in ways that truly reflect who we are now. To the changing landscape of family gatherings. In years past, birthday banquets were not just celebrations, they were symbolic acts of devotion and unity. Children would organize grand events to honor their elders, demonstrating their deep sense of filial piety, and extended families would seize the opportunity to reconnect and strengthen their bonds. For many older folks, these gatherings are still cherished, representing a time when family ties were strong and the presence of loved ones was a given. Some elders even hold on to the belief that if their descendants don't organize such events, it's a sign of neglect or a lack of respect. After all, these occasions were often the rare chances to reunite with long-lost friends and relatives, filling the room with shared memories and laughter. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment below to let me know that you are still here with me. But as the world has changed, so too has the dynamic of family gatherings. In today's fast-paced society, younger generations are frequently spread across the globe, building careers, families, and lives far away from their hometowns. The increasing demands of work and life often make it challenging for them to travel home outside of major holidays. When a birthday celebration does take place, it's not uncommon for younger family members to send a symbolic red envelope rather than attend in person. What was once a lively, bustling event can now feel rather lonely, with fewer people gathered around the table in an atmosphere that might be more awkward than joyful. This shift can be disappointing for elders who long for the large, heartwarming gatherings of the past, but it also prompts a deeper reflection on how we celebrate our golden years. Is it time to reconsider the traditional birthday bash, especially when it no longer reflects the true spirit of connection? Perhaps in some cases, smaller, more meaningful gatherings will be better suited to this stage of life. Here are 3 scenarios where it might be wise to rethink the grand family celebration. 1. When health takes priority. Imagine you're recovering from an illness, particularly one that has deeply impacted your body and spirit. While our ancestors may have believed that a lively celebration could ward off sickness or lift the spirits, the reality we face is often much different. The strain of organizing and attending a large gathering with all the noise and movement can be incredibly taxing, both physically and emotionally. Instead of feeling uplifted, you might find yourself drained, and in some cases, even setting back your recovery. And in times like these, it's important to honor your health above all else. Instead of planning a grand celebration, why not embrace the beauty of a quiet, intimate gathering, surrounding yourself with a handful of your closest loved ones, where the atmosphere is calm and the conversation flows naturally, can bring far more joy and comfort than any elaborate party. The warmth of a small group, the familiar laughter, and the heartfelt exchanges these moments have a way of healing the soul in ways that a big event never could. I've always believed that the depth of love shared in these smaller, more meaningful settings is what truly nourishes us, especially when our health is fragile. Have you ever had a low-key birthday that stands out in your memory? What made it feel special despite the simplicity? Share your story in the comments below. Your experience could inspire someone else to find peace and joy in celebrating on a smaller scale, particularly when health needs to come first. 2. When finances are tight. Now imagine the pressure that can build when an elderly person with limited means feels compelled to host a lavish birthday banquet. In a world where outward displays of celebration can sometimes overshadow personal well-being, the strain of such an event can be felt deeply, not just emotionally, but financially. It's an unnecessary weight that can burden not only the individual, but also their family, who may feel obligated to contribute beyond their means. As the old saying goes, the rich have distant relatives in the mountains, while the poor go unnoticed in the bustling city, and this rings painfully true when it comes to such celebrations. When finances are already tight, adding the stress of an extravagant event only compounds the problem. And even if a birthday banquet is arranged, often out of obligation rather than desire, the joy and meaning can be overshadowed by the looming worry of cost. It becomes less about celebrating a life well lived and more about keeping up appearances, leaving little room for true happiness or connection. In these moments, the greatest gift we can give ourselves and our families is the wisdom to understand our limitations. There is deep strength in practicing frugality, in valuing what we have rather than yearning for what we can't afford. A simple, heartfelt gathering can bring far more joy than an over-the-top event that leaves everyone worried about the financial toll. After all, isn't it the love and companionship we share that truly matters? How do you find the balance between wanting to celebrate and respecting your financial reality? Have you ever faced this dilemma and found a way to celebrate meaningfully without breaking the bank? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights may help others who are navigating similar situations find peace and simplicity and joy in the moments that matter. 3. When grief overshadows joy. One of the most heartbreaking scenarios is when an elderly person has endured the unimaginable loss of a child. In such moments, the idea of hosting a grand birthday banquet can feel not only inappropriate but deeply sorrowful. Traditionally, these celebrations were meant for children to show their love and respect for their parents. But when a child is no longer there, the empty seat at the table can turn a day of supposed joy into a painful reminder of the loss, magnifying the grief for both the hosts and the guests. In such situations, wise elders often make the compassionate choice to embrace a more subdued lifestyle, one that prioritizes emotional well-being over societal expectations. They understand that reopening old wounds by pushing for large, joyful gatherings can lead to unnecessary heartache. Instead, simplifying their lives, reducing social obligations, and choosing fewer grand celebrations can be seen as acts of emotional self-care. It's not about giving up on happiness or traditions, but about honoring their healing process, giving themselves the grace to step back when joy feels difficult to embrace. Sometimes the most meaningful way to honor an important date after loss is through quiet reflection and spending time with loved ones in a more intimate, personal way. It's in these quieter moments, free from the demands of tradition, where true healing and peace can be found. The absence of a child will always leave an emotional void, but by creating space for healing rather than public celebration, the journey through grief can become a little more gentle. How have you managed to honor important dates after experiencing loss? Perhaps you found solace in a new tradition or comfort in the quiet support of a close family. Your insights could provide much-needed comfort to others who are navigating the painful complexity of grief. Please share your thoughts in the comments below together. We can help one another find balance and peace in the wake of loss. The wisdom of simplicity. As the years pass, there's a deep and comforting wisdom that comes from simplifying our lives, including how we choose to mark the passing of time. Simplicity doesn't mean abandoning celebrations altogether, but rather embracing quieter, more meaningful ways to honor these milestones. It's about finding joy in the moments that truly matter. A small dinner with your closest family members, a heartfelt phone call from a distant grandchild, or even taking a moment for yourself to reflect on the life you've lived and the wisdom you've gathered along the way. In these quieter celebrations, there's often more peace, more clarity, and more joy than in any grand event. There's no pressure to impress or follow tradition, just the gentle recognition of a life that has been lived with love, growth, and resilience. The scale of our celebrations may shrink, but what we gain is so much richer, a deeper connection to those who matter most, and a stronger sense of contentment in who we've become. After all, the true measure of a life well lived isn't found in lavish parties or extravagant gestures, but in the love we've nurtured and the fulfillment we find in our everyday existence. As your approach to celebrating birthdays changed as you've grown older, what was the most meaningful birthday you've experienced in recent years? I'd love to hear about the moments that made your heart feel full. Share your experiences in the comments below. Your story might inspire someone else to embrace the beauty of simplicity in their celebrations. Navigating the world in our golden years, a guide to safe and joyful outings. As we age gracefully, the way we experience the world around us naturally evolves. Whether it's your birthday or simply a beautiful day for a new adventure, stepping out into the world during our golden years can be just as thrilling as ever, if done with a bit of extra thoughtfulness. While at 60, many of us still feel ready to take on new challenges and experiences. By the time we reach 70, it's important to reassess our physical abilities and make safety a priority in our outings. That doesn't mean we should limit ourselves or shy away from exploring, but rather that we can continue to enjoy life to the fullest with a few simple adjustments. With the right mindset and some careful planning, our outings can remain joyful, invigorating, and most importantly, safe. 3 places to approach with caution. 1. Cemeteries honoring memories without overwhelming emotions. Visiting the final resting places of loved ones can evoke a deep and complex mix of emotions. There's a certain comfort in paying homage to the memories of those who have passed, but it often comes hand in hand with the sharp sting of loss. For many seniors, frequent visits to the cemetery can become emotionally overwhelming, sometimes bringing about more sorrow than solace. It's important to recognize that while visiting a grave may feel like an act of respect or duty, it doesn't have to be the only way to honor your loved ones. Consider exploring alternative ways to cherish their memory without having to physically visit their resting place. Creating a small memorial space at home, a place where you can reflect in peace and keep mementos that remind you of the person, can offer the same sense of connection. Visiting a quiet temple or engaging in a reflective walk in nature can also be deeply healing, offering a sense of peace without the weight of sorrow that often accompanies a cemetery visit. If your family's traditions emphasize the tending of graves, let younger generations take on that responsibility. It allows them to feel involved in honoring your shared heritage while freeing you from the emotional burden. After all, your loved ones live on in your heart, and in the memories you hold dear, not just in the physical location where they rest. How do you prefer to remember and honor your departed loved ones? Do you have special rituals or traditions that help you feel close to them? Share your meaningful practices in the comments below, and let's inspire one another to find peace in our ways of remembering. 2. Places of questionable repute protecting your legacy. As we embrace our golden years, we've undoubtedly earned the right to enjoy life to the fullest. However, it's also essential to consider how our choices may affect our dignity and the legacy we leave behind. Frequenting establishments with questionable reputations can put both our image and our family's standing at risk. Though it may seem harmless at the time, imagine the ripple effect if an elder were to find themselves entangled in a scandal or questionable situation. The damage could go far beyond personal embarrassment. It could also cast a shadow over the reputations of our children and grandchildren, impacting their social circles, careers, and sense of pride in their family name. In a world where reputation still matters, especially in our later years, it's important to protect not only our dignity but also the harmony within our family. We've lived long enough to know that true joy and fulfillment come not from risky environments, but from meaningful, wholesome experiences that enrich our lives and those of our loved ones. So why not seek out activities that bring happiness and peace while also safeguarding your legacy? Whether it's joining a book club, taking leisurely nature walks, exploring creative hobbies like painting or knitting, or simply enjoying coffee with close friends. These pursuits not only keep us engaged, but also uplift our spirits without the risks associated with questionable environments. What are some of your favorite wholesome activities that bring joy and fulfillment to your life in later years? Share your recommendations in the comments below. Your suggestions may inspire others to find enriching and joyful ways to celebrate life, while preserving the dignity and legacy we've worked so hard to build. 3. Unfamiliar territories, minimizing travel risks. The thrill of discovering new places never truly fades, no matter our age. However, as we grow older, unfamiliar territories can present unexpected challenges that weren't as concerning in our younger years. The risks of falls, getting lost, or even encountering accidents tend to increase when navigating unknown environments. That said, the desire for new experiences doesn't have to vanish. It's about balancing that sense of adventure with careful planning and precaution to ensure that every outing remains both exciting and safe. One of the best ways to protect yourself while still enjoying new experiences is to stick to familiar surroundings when possible. If you do feel drawn to explore an unfamiliar place, preparation is key. Always carry a mobile phone with you, so you can stay connected with family and call for assistance if needed. It's also a good idea to let someone know your plans before you head out, just in case of emergencies. Another smart option is to bring along a younger family member or friend for support. Not only does it add an extra layer of safety, but it can make the experience even more enjoyable, sharing the adventure with a loved one. If you're someone who loves venturing into the unknown, consider picking destinations that cater to seniors with accessible walkways, clear signage, and well-maintained facilities. This way, you can satisfy your curiosity while reducing the risks that come with exploring unfamiliar environments. What strategies do you use to strike the right balance between adventure and safety in your outings? Do you have tips or advice for fellow seniors who want to explore while minimizing risks? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights could inspire others to embark on new journeys with confidence and peace of mind. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Embracing a new chapter with wisdom. Entering our 70s is a powerful moment, a time when we can fully embrace the wisdom we've gained and adjust our lifestyle in ways that allow us to continue thriving. This phase of life isn't about placing limits on ourselves. Instead, it's about finding new pathways to joy, fulfillment, and purpose. By making thoughtful changes, we can flourish in ways we may not have anticipated. Here are a few key suggestions for navigating this new chapter with wisdom and grace. Foster open communication with your children. One of the most important aspects of aging well is keeping the lines of communication open with your family. Share your thoughts, concerns, and wishes as you move through this stage of life. Your children may not always know what you need unless you tell them. An honest dialogue can create a supportive environment where everyone is on the same page. Seek inspiration from positive and optimistic peers. Surround yourself with friends and peers who uplift you. Their outlook on life can be incredibly contagious, encouraging you to stay active, engaged, and hopeful about the future. There's nothing like the energy of those who embrace life with optimism to keep you feeling motivated. Encourage your children to take an active interest in your well-being. It's not always easy for your children to know how to support you as you grow older, so guide them. Invite them to take an interest in your health, your hobbies, and your goals for this stage of life. Together, you can explore new activities, routines, and perspectives that fit your evolving needs. To remember the wisdom of Confucius, the superior man seeks harmony, not uniformity. This timeless wisdom reminds us that there's no single way to approach this phase of life. It's not about conforming to what others are doing or following societal expectations. It's about finding the harmony that works for you and your family. Embrace what feels right for you, whether that's a new hobby, a deeper spiritual practice, or simply slowing down and enjoying the present moment. As we wrap up this insightful journey, it's clear that embracing our golden years with wisdom and grace is about more than just making adjustments. It's about thriving in new ways and finding what truly matters. We've explored how to maintain meaningful connections, stay inspired, and honor ourselves with thoughtful practices as we navigate this chapter of life. Now, we'd love to hear from you. What have you learned so far that resonated with you the most? Comment below and share one thing you've learned today that you'll put into practice in your own life. Your insights could inspire others on their journey as well. If you enjoyed this video, please leave your comment below and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content on living well and fully in every stage of life. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful community.